going to try something new here. Kind of like a tip of the day thing. When I see things that I think might be interesting and might be worth showing, I'm gonna make a short little video, and I think I'm just gonna upload it straight to YouTube, no edits or anything. See if you guys like this kind of a thing. So I was indicating a part in on the lathe here. Move the controller up, and thought this might be a good little I don't know what you call it, a tip maybe. When you have a bar, I'm turning this bar here, and I've already turned one end of it, but I need to get it concentric, but it's too long just to turn between centers. So I turned it part way up here, a little more than halfway, and I wanted to flip it around and chuck it in the chuck here, get it running through, but it's sticking out too far to really put a center drill or anything in here, because it would just vibrate around if you tried to do it. And so what I usually do is I get something with a center on it, and I just pressure it up against the end of the part here. This just has a saw cut end on it, so it's not like squared off or faced or anything. But this works all right. What you do is you just put enough pressure on the tailstock here, and then you indicate things in. Let me rotate this so you can see. You indicate it in, and then you run it out here. In this case, I intentionally turned a little bit more than halfway on this bar. This piece is about 5 feet long. It's a fixture piece I'm making for the sleeve videos. And then I indicate it out here by tapping it with a hammer out here to get it to run true, and you kind of go back and forth to get both of these diameters to run true. And then I'm going to skim the rest of this OD to meet up to here. So that's just a little thing I do, and I think as experienced machinists kind of take it for granted, little simple things like this that might not be you know, something that somebody just getting started would know to do, and they would be fighting with this. And if you try to center drill the end of this, you could, in an engine lathe, I probably would try to center drill the end of that with the tailstock, but I have no good way to do that here. I could do it with the milling spindle, you know, up here, the milling spindle, but it would probably vibrate, and I wouldn't get a good center on it down there. And this is the way that I've done this before, and I just turn this down, skim it down, now that I'll have a good OD on this material, so that I can start from a turned OD instead of this raw material. So I don't know if that's beneficial to anybody, or they might, you know, I know experienced guys would know this, but you know, somebody else might help them out.